After a disappointing Week 2 performance, the Saints are in Foxborough looking to bounce back against the New England Patriots. Hello everyone and welcome to Dome at Home Live, presented by Sanderson Farms. I'm Erin Summers. Throughout the show, we'll bring you live pregame warm-ups presented by Sunshine Quality Solutions. But first, let's send things over to John DeShazer, who is live in Foxborough with the breakdown presented by Tony Satcheries. John, how are we doing?
Erin, I couldn't be better. I don't think the weather could be better. It's low 70s, the wind's blowing, the sun's out. I feel like I'm Al Roker right now, but great weather here in Foxborough. Hopefully, the Saints will play up to the level of the weather.
You mentioned it. The Saints could not develop any offensive rhythm against the Panthers. Quarterback Jameis Winston sacked 4 times, 2 interceptions. John, what needs to change in order for them to have better pass protection today?
Well, they've been talking about communication issues, whether that be the offensive line, whether that be Jameis himself calling out the blitz packages. But certainly they're going to have to handle pressure better. New England saw that film from the Carolina game. They saw Jameis Winston sacked 4 times. They saw him hit 11 times. They saw him under duress. So it might not look the exact same as the Panthers, but certainly they're going to apply some pressure, and it's up to the Saints to respond to it.
128 total yards of offense. 44 on the ground there against the Panthers. John, who needs to step up in this game?
Well, you would like to believe Alvin Kamara will get more than the 12 touches he got against Carolina. A lot of that had to do with the Saints not having the football. Only had the football for 20-some minutes in that game, only 43 offensive plays. But Alvin Kamara is too really vital for this offense to not have the ball in his hands. He's one of the premier playmakers in the NFL, not just for the Saints. So you've got to get the ball in his hands, let him work some. Got to get better protection, obviously, and you got to block better. But the ball has to be in his hands a lot more than 12 times, I would think, Erin.
Alvin Kamara definitely had a slow start to the season, but he can catch fire pretty quickly. Hope that happens today. Now let's get to some good news. Lots of people back on the defensive side of the ball for the Saints in this ball game. We know that they are good against the run, but with that secondary, what do we expect for them against rookie quarterback Mac Jones?
Well, you get 2 principal characters back. You get Marshawn Lattimore at cornerback, and you get C.J. Gardner-Johnson at safety. And those 2 are critical to what the Saints want to do, especially in pass coverage. A lot of the times, you might not be able to get to the quarterback quickly, and the Saints had issues with that against Carolina. But if you can cover better, that might give the defensive linemen and linebackers a little bit more time to get to the quarterback. So you bring in Marshawn Lattimore, who was out last week with the hand injury. He is a premier cornerback. You bring in C.D. Deuce. He is a premier slot corner. And now all of a sudden, maybe your coverage gets a bit better, and maybe you're better able to get to the quarterback. We certainly hope that's going to be the case, because they need to rattle that rookie quarterback, Mac Jones. He's completing better than 70% of his passes. Probably a lot of it short stuff, probably a lot of it quick stuff. But if you can cover better, that allows for him to have to hold the ball a little bit longer. Maybe it gives the rush another beat or 2 to get to him, to harass him a little bit.
The Saints 7th in the NFL right now in total defense. However, the Patriots are 5th overall in total defense, allowing on average just 11.5 points per game. Who wins this defensive battle here?
Well, of course, I'm going to go with the Saints, right? I mean, we got to go with the Saints. But I believe the Saints do have a really, really good defense. We saw that in Week 1. We didn't see it for the first half of Week 2, but I thought we saw a better representation of what they are in the second half of that game. You're working against a rookie quarterback, and that doesn't necessarily mean there's going to be progress or process, but it does mean that hopefully he's a guy that you can confuse a little bit and maybe slow him down a little bit, get him off his marks, hurry him up a little bit, maybe hit him a few times and get him rattled, and hopefully that will be a better result for the Saints. We know that the Saints usually play the run pretty well. So if you can make this New England team one-dimensional, that will allow for the defense to have a lot more success.
Thanks so much, John. We will check in with you later for the inactives. And a reminder that fans can tune into this game at noon Central on Fox. We know that fans are going to be tuning in all over the country. So let's take a look at the Black and Gold roll call presented by LA Lottery.
Hi, it's John and my partner Cash, rooting for the Saints from enemy territory in Rockford, Illinois, near Chicago. Go Saints!
Hey Saints, I'm Dylan Kelly. I'm from Green River, Wyoming. I have just something said to you. Go Saints!
Hello, my name is Callie and I'm a Saints fan. I'm from Westminster, California, and my favorite player is Michael Thomas. Go Saints!
Hey, it's Alicia Battle from Austin, Texas, cheering on. Go Saints!
My name's Katay, and I live from Louisiana. And go Saints!
Jump for hours all in time. He made his trumpet say, he's been every day. I'm the king of the sand.
The Saints' banged-up defense in Week 2 gave Peyton Turner his welcome to the NFL moment a little bit earlier than some may have expected. For Peyton Turner, he hopes that his success is just the beginning. With more from defensive end Peyton Turner, here's our Player Spotlight presented by Microsoft. Welcome to this week's Player Spotlight. I'm Erin Summers, joined by defensive end Peyton Turner. Now, Peyton, I don't know if we can really call you a rookie anymore after last week's performance against the Panthers. 5 tackles, 3 tackles for a loss, a sack. Emotionally, what was it like to get on the football field for the first time in the NFL?
It was my first time, so I was a little nervous, obviously anxious more so than anything, though. Really excited, but it didn't go the way we wanted it to. But it was nice to get my first snaps under my belt.
For you, what are some of those things that you'd like to build on?
Definitely just keep getting to the quarterback, keep getting better with my technique. It was my first time out there, so there's a lot for me to learn still, obviously. But it felt good to get out there on the field.
How much difference was the speed of the game compared to when you played at Houston?
I was a little surprised, actually. I thought it was, I was a little nervous. I mean, I think every rookie is just a little nervous, especially, you don't get any preseason time or action. So all you got is practice snaps. But it was definitely different. But, at the end of the day, it's football.
You were the New Orleans Saints' first draft pick in the 2021 draft out of Houston. You said when you got drafted that Cameron Jordan was somebody that you had looked up to and watched a lot of film on. What's it been like being able to practice with him, beside him over the past few months?
Just about what I expected. He's full of energy. I think I was like being at Houston, our D-line was always full of energy. So just being able to have that around me, and that wasn't too much of a variable coming into the league. Just having that kind of being a continuation of what I was used to. So that was nice. But he's everything you kind of see on film. We go in the film room and then breakdown practice. He's everything that you see on film. So it's nice to be around that and learn from that.
How much do they pick on you as a rookie?
Not too bad. I think they're being a little nicer, but it's also, we're out here in Dallas, so it's too hard. It's kind of hard to make me do too much stuff besides breakfast here and there, but not too bad. They're not too bad with me.
Looking ahead to your next game at New England, what are some things that need to take place for you guys to get a victory there?
We need to step up on both sides of the ball. Coach Payton talked about it at the team meeting. We just all got to do our part and then just come together and play complimentary football.
All right, I was looking through your Twitter, saw some things that jumped out to me. You said that you need to learn how to backflip in the off season so you can use that as your celebration. Since you haven't learned that yet, what is your celebration going to be like this season?
I don't know. I got my first one out, just me being excited and everything.
Yeah.
But I'll plan one. I'll have one ready for next sack, for next celebration.
Yeah, the other thing I saw is you said that you're in a place where you can buy your parents a house, but you're not ready to get off their cell phone plan. So we're still on that cell phone plan?
Yeah, I don't think that's changing anytime soon. Maybe, when I start my own plan, I might get my own cell phone plan. But till then, I'm going to ride that till it dies.
Hey, there you go. I know you haven't had a lot of time in New Orleans, but what have you enjoyed about the city and the organization so far?
The food, as far as the city, the people are great. The food, for sure. And then as far as the organization, it's just, I keep saying it, there's a lot of good people in the organization. From top to bottom, everybody's just great to be around. Enjoy coming in.
One thing that we need to know about you off the football field that a lot of people don't know.
I think it's becoming more, more prominent, or more people are knowing about it. But I'm a pretty big Star Wars fan, so that'd be like my little married moment right there. But Star Wars is kind of like my thing.
All right, you have a lot of time to watch all of those movies when you're just hanging out, relaxing, getting ready for football. Thank you so much for talking to me today. That's defensive end Peyton Turner on this week's Player Spotlight.
Thanks for having me.
Not a bad time of the year to be visiting Foxborough. It's supposed to be low 70s today, which I think sounds pretty good. So let's check out the fans that made the trip with our Invisalign fan cam.
What's up, baby? This Duke and Shelly from New Orleans, Louisiana, baby. We here in Foxborough. We ready to tear this thing up and second line out of here, baby.
Boston people here rooting for our Saints. Go Saints! Beat the Patriots! Woo!
Okay, that's what
Winston, 3 TDs, baby. Alvin Kamara, 4 TDs. Here we go.
Let's go.
Woo! Hi, we came all the way from Connecticut to watch the game today. James throwing for 5 touchdowns today.
This is Jack and Lisa here. We're big Saints fans from Holden, Massachusetts.
Go Saints!
We're predicting 27-14 Saints. Jamario Davis, big pick 6 out of you today. Let's go Saints! Yeah!
Battle of the young quarterback, Saints all the way! Yeah!
Don't forget, you can win big prizes like tickets or an autographed Saints jersey all season long. We've teamed up with Waiter to not only help you with free delivery on game day, but you can sign up for a chance to win game tickets, sideline passes, and more. Just sign up on the Waiter app and use the code SAINTS21 or visit our website, neworleanssaints.com. Now let's check in with Saints Nation to see who is giving game day energy fueled by Chevron. Here's our first tweet. The Saints play today. Let's rejoice. JD, how excited are we?
Well, got to be excited. I mean, it's game day, and that's always a big thing around the NFL, especially for Saints fans who have not had the opportunity to see their team at home. Just been watching them on the road, and they're having to bring their show on the road. So hopefully they'll be loud and proud here in Gillette Stadium.
And somebody that should hopefully help today, the Saints elevated wide receiver Kenny Stills from the practice squad. Tweet here says, familiar face back in action.
Yeah, he's a veteran player. He understands the system. He has played well for the Saints in past seasons, so he's back to hopefully replicate some of that. And hopefully Kenny Stills can instill some instant offense to the Saints.
All right, and hot off the presses, we said we would have the list of inactives from you, John. Here are the list of inactives today presented by Acadian Ambulance.
And of course, the big name would be Eric McCoy. He's been out since the season opener. He got injured in the first series of that game, so he's not going to play. And that affected the Saints' look against Carolina because, some of those blitz packages and some of those offensive line communication problems Eric McCoy would have solved. So he's going to be out for another game. Hopefully that's something that's being cleaned up. The biggest thing is the guys who aren't on that list. Marshawn Lattimore, CJ Gardner-Johnson. Those two guys in the defensive backfield are back on the field, and hopefully that will help the Saints defensively in this one.
Thanks, baby. Enjoy game day. We're almost to kickoff. Don't forget, you can tune into this game noon Central on Fox. And you can come right back here at NewOrleansSaints.com or any of our digital platforms to view the post-game thoughts from Coach John Payton and players. Enjoy the game.